Hey there, everyone. Welcome to another Tuesday night watch talk. I am joined with some friends here. We're going to talk about new Rolex releases or our predictions actually for Rolex this year. Whether you're into it or not, we got to talk about it. It's big watch news usually when it happens. And so predicting is kind of fun. We're going to have a little fun with it today. Steve, Mr. Cassioke, how are you, man?
I'm doing good, buddy. How you doing?
Good, good. Welcome. Is this your first appearance on the
This
Bobby
is my
Legs?
first time on the Bobby Leg Show.
That's excellent, man. Man, I appreciate
Thank you.
you joining us this evening. And what do you have on wrist tonight?
I'm double wristing. I figured I had to have the Rolex for the Rolex show, but I also
Oh
have
yeah.
Hans Wilsdorf's more cutting edge, fun stuff on the other wrist.
Oh, so that's the black base ceramic.
Yes,
That's
pretty
a
Very
fun
cool.
nice,
watch.
man. Very nice. Um, my man Dib, how you doing, buddy?
Doing well, can't
Yeah,
complain.
yeah. You're all relaxed. You look very relaxed tonight.
Well, I was feeling sleepy. Trying to get the energy up and going.
Yeah, yeah. We, Amin, when Amin comes on, usually he's a little bit low energy, but then he picks it up. So I'm sure you'll get into it this evening, and look forward to what you think about Rolex predictions coming up. Hey, what do you got on wrist? More importantly.
In Marcus's honor, I'm not wearing any of my Grand Seikos, so it's the Panama
Eh,
77.
I kind
Yeah,
of like the tatami. It's grown on me. The
All
more I
right,
see it,
see,
it is
so
quite
that's each
special.
one.
excellent, excellent. I'm gonna jump in before. Usually, I'll go last with the wristwatch check, but I'm gonna let Marcus. He's got a little, something new for us to see. I have my Seiko. Like, all my I just got back from vacation, and what I usually do is I bring my watches to my buddy's house, right? Because I'm that paranoid. Otherwise, I would be wearing my Rolex. So I got my two Seikos, and hopefully I see him this weekend, and I can pick up my watches and wear them. Okay, Marcus, you got something new. Let me give you this
Yeah,
solo layout here, just in case you don't know.
I did. Yeah. So this is like 2 years in the making. It's the
Wow.
Chapek 41 Antarctique with the updated bracelet, 99-piece limited edition, and it's got the update. We can't really get the movement in there, but it's like the updated movement.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
nice.
no. We could
The
get a good look
SHX
at it.
5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you.
And then on wrist, I mean, it's the one day of the year that I wear my perpetual. So
Oh, right, right. Yeah.
so put the Moser.
Nice. Do you keep that on a watch winder?
No, it's an 8 day manual wind. You don't need a winder. So every
Yeah.
Sunday, I just let it
Oh,
run.
that's right. It's a manual
I let it
wind. That's
run
right.
down. So it's like an eight
Yeah.
day. I wind it
Yeah.
every Sunday. It's like, and it runs. I put it on when I feel, and that's about it.
Excellent, man. Excellent. Going back to that Chopek, one of the things I really like about that dial, what just struck me, other than, obviously the salmon color of the dial and the texture of it, I like that 12.
Yeah,
I think it looks pretty cool. It's the only numbered indice on there, right?
yeah.
And I think it looks sharp. I think it looks great, man. Congratulations. That watch is awesome. Good for
I
you, man.
was I was because this was because with the shop pack you can kind of customize it, and I think there's like three or four points of customization you can make.
Yeah.
This one is it. There's only like I think only two of these are getting allocated to Canada, so
Yeah.
I'm just kind of taking it in what I can. But you can either do the 12 or the double tooth indices.
Yeah.
At 12, you can brush the center links, and you can choose to do the red tip second hands. So I've
Yeah.
got the red tip second hands, I've got the polished center links, and I've got the 12. I think if I could sort of fully customize it, I might have skipped the 12 and skipped the red second hands, and I would have brushed center links. So I would have done probably all three things differently. But
Yeah.
it's you get what you get.
Yeah. Yeah. It
And
looks. It's a great
I
watch.
feel very fortunate to get. I know the kind of the wait list that was at my AD for that. So
Is that
What
your?
was the
I'm sorry.
what was the bracelet update on that? You said updated bracelet.
well, so the original jetpack which came out, the original Antarctique that came out, no micro adjust, right? And it was pins and sleeves. So I don't know quite when they updated it, but I mean, again, this is a testament to Xavier and Japek, is that they've upgraded the move and they've upgraded the bracelet. Now it's screws, and then they've got the micro. They've got a sort of a low profile micro adjust. So right
Those
here,
little extra buttons
you
on
got
the
two of
side.
these. So this one comes in here. So it doesn't affect. It doesn't make it. It doesn't increase the thickness of the clasp, which I think a lot of people, it's a sticking point for. I know Amin really doesn't like micro adjust because it adds the thickness of the clasp, but this one it doesn't, right? Because it's sort of integrated into that last link that attaches to the clasp.
No, I saw
Right,
like a
so it's
sneaky picture without much caption, but I was like, oh, is that how they did it? So that's great to see. Very cool.
Hey, is that your first integrated sports watch?
No, I had a first gen overseas.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Well, let's say hello to the chat before we get into our topic today. Underachieving watch collector. He's predicting the Rolex Schmolex Squale X collaboration with TGV limited edition Sandshark is coming out. Peter C is here. How you doing, Peter? Big Wrist, what is up? How you doing? James, how you doing? Rick is here. Hey, Stefan, good to see you. Mr. Finney is here. Keith is here. Rolex, yes, Chaz. We're going to be talking about Rolex today. Deech is here. What is up, Deech? What is going on? The intern is here. Wow, I thought you had the night off. Good to see you not doing anything behind the scenes. That's great. AZ Clayton, how you doing, buddy? Wilson's here. What is up, Wilson? Hey, BJ. Good to see you. Let's see the intern. I'm wearing the double nines Air King for this one. Okay. Rick is saying reality is nobody has insight into what Rolex will release.
I agree.
Of course.
Yeah,
Of
any
course.
video is on bullshit.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't watched any videos, but
Yeah.
I did a couple mock-ups on Photoshop, talking to some of the guys a few weeks ago, AZ Clayton and a couple other guys, and we had some ideas. So I'm going to show some of those. I know they're never going to happen, but you know what? If they do happen, then I'm a genius, right? Kevin S is here. Caliber is here. How you doing, Bill K? Kevin is predicting pain. Yeah, there's a lot of pain. Is anyone rolling up with it? Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Of course, we are. Steve getting some love from Caliber. Hey, Scott Carlo is here. Hello, all. Wearing his Santos de Cartier. Should I buy some deluxe straps before they stop offering them? Dib, I feel like this question is for you.
I mean, I ordered a strap. It came in 2 months ago, and I still don't know when my watch will come. So
Yeah.
please, feel free to go and buy some straps. I mean,
Yeah.
unfortunately, the reality is they're going to stop selling straps for the Santos de Cartier. Now you're only left with Cartier as an option. The main issue that I have, all right, fine, I can't buy from Deluxe. All right, availability. Like you ask for a strap and then you have to wait like 7 months for it to arrive from Switzerland. So that's a
Yeah.
big issue.
Mm.
Like
Uh,
it's not like you can just go to the boutique and say, hey, I need a 20 millimeter small length, this brown leather or ox blood, whatever it is. That's a pain.
Yeah.
Yeah. As an owner of a Santos and having the accessory straps, they do leave a lot to be desired. So
Mm. Mm.
I would they're I find them subpar, and I wouldn't consider taking it off the bracelet. Like there's nothing about them that would induce me to take it off the bracelet. So I mean, if you like the lugs, buy it now.
Yeah, Marcus, would you toy with the idea of a deluxe strap?
Probably not.
Okay.
Probably not. Like
You're a bracelet guy
I like
on
it on. Yeah, I'm a bracelet guy.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, my watch doesn't come on a bracelet, so it's not the one on the bracelet. It's the manual wound. So
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
stuck with the stock straps. I'm like, all right, let me buy one. They're not
Yeah.
cheap, but still
Yeah.
cheaper than Cartier.
So Scott, I guess like if you have the inkling to do it, right, just do it. Just might as well just do it. Hey, Paul. Evening to XYZ 777s. Watchdog. Watch Medicine. Bobby's here. Dr. Aqua Lung on the wrist tonight. Very
Ooh.
nice. Big Risk also predicting that no one knows no one we knows gets anything at retail in 2023. All right,
I don't know. There's
maybe.
some big hitters in the chat. Not me,
Yeah.
but like there's some big
Yeah.
hitters. Maybe Dib.
Hey, yeah, maybe Dib. Hey, Steve,
I
what's going
mean,
on? How you
Tom
doing?
Hill could lay his hands on any one of these.
That's true. Colin is here. What's up, Colin? Hey, Thomas Burnett. How you doing? What's up, sir? Nerio, what's going on, dude? KR Joy is here. How you doing? Um, did Dib have an edible before the show? Kevin asks.
He looks
Does
pretty
that
chill.
does that explain his laid back? Yeah, Pasha, he does look chill.
I was thinking of like a deep massage.
Yeah, maybe.
I just watched a BBC documentary of whales, but let's not get sidetracked with that.
That'll do it, and we'll get back to that in a little while.
Did you
Dib,
watch that documentary about whales after you had an edible?
yeah. Um, Paul, XYZ 777 is saying Milgauss with a red accent, black dial, and white dial is his prediction. Marcus always gets roped into the Rolex prediction episode somehow.
I had to come back. Like I'd missed so long. Like I know I was jet lagged, and I got COVID, and then I fell behind, and then I was avoiding the live stream while Bobby was buying his Seikos, and then I had to come back. So I guess this was the week I chose.
This is the week you chose, man. I
Yeah.
promise it's only getting better. It'll only get better. Mez9 is here. How you doing, Mez9? Let's. I'm gonna skim through the checks because I really want to get to the topic at hand. Ep is here. How you doing, Ep? Congratulations all around. Joey B is here for Marcus. Congratulations. Yep, great Chopek. So hot.
That Chapac, man. That's a dream watch for me.
Yeah, only two in Canada. Canada deserves more respect. Canada does deserve more respect.
It's only. I think it's only they were allocated 5 to the 180 in Canada
Wow.
of the salmon. So 5 of 99. They're thinking we're getting 2 or 3. So like we've gotten some like catalog Antarctiques, but I think of the salmon we're probably gonna get 2 or 3, if I had to guess.
Hey, Maison, how you doing? What's going on? Microdrust and non-bulky class is perfect for Amin.
Yeah, that's an Amin thing. I knew he'd appreciate that.
Joey B saying no Rolex prediction is too bold or too stupid. Guys, save your prediction. Oh, 911 Dan is here. Bruce William is the premier designer of the Wills Art Foundation. He totally is.
Oh boy.
Just to know, I predict that Rolex will continue to churn out a hell of a profit.
That's a pretty
Ken-
safe prediction.
Ken Spear checking in from Pittsburgh as always. Scroll in here. If you make sure a super safe prediction, you can squeeze 3 videos out of it claiming credit like certain other YouTuber. I think we know who he's talking about.
Was that even a Rolex, or was that his stupid tutor?
It was a tutor. It was the tutor like chrono. Didn't the panda or something like that.
Yeah, I recommend. Like, yeah, tutor should make a panda chronograph, and then I'm gonna take credit for it.
Yeah.
What a joke!
Brilliant. James is here. New watch on wrist. The Seiko SARW005 enamel dial, red Roman 12, limited to 500. Congratulations, James.
That actually does sound pretty interesting.
Joe Chang came for the salmon, staying for the whales. A very nautical theme tonight at the Bobby Legs. Maybe Yachtmaster. Maybe a new Yachtmaster. Somebody will predict, or a new Submariner. Tudor, yes. Sorry, Hammerhead is a shark. Okay, very well. Okay, so let's jump into some of the predictions. And Monochrome came out with an article today, coincidentally, about the predictions, and we'll go over that. I have a couple. Let's just start off with some of the ones that I think will be very interesting. So, we've been wondering, right, if I'm sorry, let me just make sure I get the right screen up here. If the Coke will ever come back for the GMT, the Coke colors, I say it will, and I say it'll come with a left-hand drive. Pretty bold, huh? What do you guys think? Anyone thoughts?
I like the Coke coming back.
I don't like anything left-handed. Just make it the right
Yeah,
way.
I
Yeah,
I
All
really
right.
hope that annual left-hand drives are not releases are not a thing. I
yeah.
will say that.
Not my favorite.
Yeah.
Okay, so any predictions? Do you think the Sprite is coming back? Do you think they just got a 1 year run, or
I
not?
don't think they're not gonna discontinue anything crazy. I think not. It's not gonna be like last year where they what was it? They discontinued
The
the Tiffany
OPs.
OP.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna do anything crazy this year. Yeah, I Coke could come back. I hope it's not a Destro. That's all
Yeah.
I've got to say.
Yeah.
Justin R saying more like Coke Zero here. Dan hates it. Very bold. Yeah, thank you,
Did they
Steve. I
do one
appreciate it.
releases for GMTs before?
What was that, Steve? I'm sorry.
Have they done 1 year releases for GMTs before?
Oh, that I don't know. I don't think.
They did the what was it the white gold. I think it was the blue dial with the previous generation.
Okay.
Before they updated it. So there was like it was like the white gold Pepsi with the blue dial. I think was a 1 year, and then they switched it up to a new movement, I believe.
But I wouldn't be
Or they changed
surprised
the
with
dial.
how goofy that left-hand drive Sprite is. That if it were just a 1 year wonder and stay in vaults at outrageous prices.
I think
That
probably if one watch is going to be a 1 year wonder, it's probably going to be that 36 palm dial date just. I suspect.
I also like that one with the little tiny diamonds on the dial, the flowers.
To be
Yeah,
honest, I haven't seen those palm dial date just a lot on the dealer groups. Now that you mention it,
yeah. I
so
think that would be the most likely candidate for like a 1 year sort of drop. It'd be the 36 like palm dial date just.
So I got to point out the intern's comment here. The GMT hand would need to be read, and you're absolutely right, intern. This is what happens when I do the photoshops, and the intern doesn't do the job that he's hired to do.
Yeah.
So thanks
Well,
for pointing that out, intern.
he's not doing the job that he's not being paid to do. Right. That's the whole point of an
Right,
intern.
right. Okay, let's take a look at my. Oh, let's keep on going with the chat here. Um, Left hand, why? Just why? Well, why not, Rick? That's the way I figure. Um, Paul saying Pepsi and Batman have color combos that could be considered clashing. Coke solves that problem for me. Um, James, Desher GMT Masters would get less guff if they kept the date window at the 3 o'clock. Okay. Next prediction from me is bring back that white dial of the Milgauss and going on the new Air King case. What do you guys think about this one? Is this a safe one?
I don't know whether it's going to be that one, but I think it's safe to say that the Milgauss is going to get an updated movement. Like the Milgauss has to get an updated movement. It's literally the only thing that's running on a 48-hour power reserve, and like these days, it has to get one. Whether they're going to get rid of the glass verge or not, or the Z blue is, I'm not willing to jump there because they say that every year, and they always complain about how hard the GV is to make, and they keep churning it out. So I think the safer thing would be they just update the existing thing with the new movement and keep everything the same. That's my 2 cents.
Good
I
choice,
think
Thomas.
I think I have to agree with Marcus. I mean, they did the same thing with the Explorer 2. Just a movement upgrade, a little bit of hand modification. That's about it. I don't see Rolex as a brand. Well, the Destro was a surprise last year, but other than that, it was pretty much standard fare. Like nothing changes. Everything's a evolution. Nothing's a revolution. So with the Milgauss, I don't see. I mean, if this color comes back, and again, like I don't know, the existing two Milgauss have the green, crystal. This one, well, the previous one at least had the standard crystal without the green tinge. So I don't think this color is coming back. Probably just a movement update.
Yeah.
Maybe a bit of hand, maybe they update the second hand to something else. That's about it. That's what I feel would probably will happen, but don't take my word for it.
Steve, any thoughts on the Milgauss this year?
I like that a lot.
Oh,
I
thanks.
like the Milgauss. The Milgauss is one of my favorite watches in Rolex's lineup. Both the Z Blue, but this one too. I mean, they have a lot of great varieties in the Milgauss. With the ones where the only 9, 6, and 3 are separated with a different color. All kinds of great stuff. So I'm down with them updating it, bringing it back. I like this clean version that you have here. But they've also done some pretty ugly ones, so it wouldn't surprise me if they did something unique with the revival of or not revival, but update.
Kevin S. also echoing that the Milgauss movement will be updated or needs to be updated. Intern says, "I hope the Milgauss doesn't get that case." Gee, thanks, intern. Really appreciate that comment. Yeah, I'll be waiting for your mock-ups.
Yeah, I think that's my second favorite colorway after the Z Blue for the Milgauss. It looks really good.
Yeah.
I kind of wish they hadn't discontinued it. Rolex does white dials really well.
Yeah, white and blue, right? I mean, they seem to be their best. James is saying, "I want a new, thinner Milgauss so we can eye roll at Hodinkee calling them Slim Gauss." I don't want the Milgauss to get a crown guards. Love my Z Blue, says Thomas. Justin R, I predict that Rolex will start having open casebacks. No way, right? I mean,
No
that's
way.
like, that will never happen. I mean, bold
The,
prediction, Justin.
Yeah.
the movements are too pedestrian to,
Right.
I mean, I don't want to see it, honestly.
Yeah.
I'd rather have a solid case back, less thickness.
Yeah.
What if they decorated it a little bit?
They, I don't know. I don't think they will.
Yeah.
I mean,
mean,
if you're going to put an open case back, you may as well decorate it a little bit.
if
Some stuff.
something isn't broke, why fix it? Rolex
Yeah.
adheres to that policy, right? So
Yeah.
I don't see that happening.
Because you can have to start decorating like 900,000 movements a year, right? It's not something that they can quickly turn around.
I mean, now if they go all left field, bring out a new Cellini with the open case back, that would be different. But other than that, I don't see
Yeah.
any
Yeah,
open case backs.
I mean, that's really the only model they could get away with that, right? The Cellini, if they do something different. I mean, like other than that, I mean, they're tool watches. We don't need to see the case back. Hopefully, they may have learned a lesson from when Tudor tried to do the same thing, right?
That
With
was rough.
and that was pretty rough, right? So hopefully they take a little cue from that. I know they're separate, but same umbrella. But Paul saying, I like the Milgauss, maybe less rounded bracelet to bring it in line. Caliber saying, don't think this one will happen. I've been predicting a Milgauss change will happen for years. If I keep doing it for the next 10 years, eventually I'll be right.
Yeah, it's basically this year's Air King.
Yep.
BJ saying, I would really be excited if they came out with a 38 millimeter Datejust. Interesting. Scrolling here. Joey B, he misses his polar Milgauss.
I mean, maybe they just need like some 41 millimeter Datejust that are sized like the Daytona's 41 millimeters.
Yeah.
If they change the polished center links, I would be happy. Again, I'm not a big fan of the Milgauss that, like even if I was offered one, I wouldn't take it. But yeah, PCLs, please go away.
But the problem with that is that the bezel is such high polish that it would look weird without the PCLs. That's the only thing.
James Duffy would like to see a titanium Milgauss, maybe, whatever Rolex calls it. Colin, Gold Submariners on Oysterflex, my prediction.
Isn't that a Yachtmaster?
A throwback to the 1019 Milgauss could be awesome, but Rolex won't do revival. Speaking of, our friend Joey B has a suggestion. Let me know. Can you guys see this one?
Sort of. I'm gonna.
Joey B saying, "Why not bring back the Oyster Pioneer?
No.
Small seconds.
No
if we're going
way.
crazy."
No way.
Rob
Let
Mountain
Omega
said,
deal with that kind of stuff.
yeah. Anyone mentioned titanium cases? Yeah, yeah. Titanium case seems to be um, what people want to see. Discontinue the Yachtmaster 1 line
That's a hot
entirely.
take. That's a really hot take.
Man, I love that Yachtmaster that line, that Yachtmaster 1 line. Oof.
It's the best looking line. Like
Yeah,
both the blue and the gray. They're the best looking Rolexes. I
that blue is so hot.
unabashedly and have no problem saying that. Those are the best looking Rolexes. Regardless of resale, regardless of complication, those are the best looking Rolexes. The case shape,
Hmm.
the bezel, the dial, everything's beautiful.
Detroit's Farm with a good point here. Hard to build a tank with an open case back. Chaz saying orange seconds hand on the Mariner to mark the 70th anniversary.
No, we don't need orange on a sub. I'm sorry, guys. I love you, but like I can't agree with that.
I was
Bruno.
thinking about the Chaz Mariner with some orange highlights on it.
That'd be nice, right? For Chaz.
Hmm.
Um, Bruno saying that Rolex will start a build your own watch program. um, ceramic bezel on a precious metal Daytona. Titanium mill sub with fixed spring bars. Let me throw in one last image here, and this Steve put together his predictions or desires for a Submariner, a white dial Submariner here. Steve, explain this to us. What are we seeing here?
They have the Polar Explorer, so why not give the same treatment to the Submariner? We've seen how successful Omega's white dial Seamaster is.
Hmm.
They've definitely taken a shot across Omega's bow before with the METAS certification in the ceramic black bay. Why not put another shot across the bow and see how a white dial Submariner goes? Originally, I was thinking with a standard bezel, but then I tried getting a white bezel by inverting the colors on the normal one, and it came out looking a little more metallic than I anticipated. But then I was like, that looks pretty good too. Maybe like some kind of like high gloss ceramic or
Hmm.
something like that, just for something different. But either way, I would not. I would like to see a white dial Submariner as a unique expression.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, we've seen Rolex play a little bit here with the Submariner, right? They've gone with the green dial, right, and then you have the Blue Z, right? But this seems to be a huge leap, and I don't think they don't really care what Omega does, right? But I mean, I
Not
like
with
the
what they
idea,
do with their main watches.
right?
They'll use these guys to kick Omega
Yeah.
shooter.
Did you have a Submariner? What do you think about these? Would you like to see a white dial Submariner?
I am as conservative as it goes. I don't care about that white dial. Give me a black dial. I'm happy. Uh,
Yeah.
you know,
Agree. If
the,
they want if they want to mess around with the precious metal Submariners, fine.
yeah.
But steel
Thank you,
Submariners,
Joey.
you need the black dial.
And if they do mess about, don't touch the no date. The no
Mm,
date is a classic. That's the Submariner. So let that be the base model. Let that be for the for
Yeah.
the poor. Even though
I
that
agree.
sounds ridiculous, but
yeah.
uh, I like my base sub. I mean, I don't
Yeah.
need a date. Um,
You don't need to mess with it. Don't mess with it.
yeah.
Underachieving watch collector. An ice blue dial platinum Submariner would break the internet.
See, that would be cool though, right? But that's going to be a low production model,
Mm,
and it's not going to mess around with the mainstay. Like the sub is the enduring, like along with the Daytona and the GMT. You don't want to mess with those three, especially in steel.
It's like buying a Toyota Century. It has had like three. Well,
I just love your car references, Deb. I just,
no, I
They're
mean,
the they're the most esoteric references. Who owns a Toyota Century?
yeah.
few YouTubers who have started to get them from Japan, but like if we are Japanese, like like there were like 3 or 4 iterations over the last 50 years. Nothing changes, like very minimal changes. I mean, they finally have a V8 instead of a V12, I think, for this generation. But like what I mean. Like, don't fix whatever's working. I am one of those people. As long as the heart is beating, you don't need to mess about it. Just let it be.
Thomas Burnett saying, I agree. The polished center links make it too like a piece of jewelry, but Rolex is just jewelry anyway. Not a real two watch anymore, I don't feel. Michael saying, a white dial sub, maybe gold or platinum. The intern, no way they discontinued the YM, given all the new PM ones on OF. Sometimes when I talk to the intern, I feel like I'm talking to a high school chick. With these initials and whatnot. Like, come on, intern, spell
What
it out for
do
me.
you have? I thought that was OnlyFans.
The intern could throw some emojis in there too.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, what do high school kids now? What do they do for fun? Do they just play video games? Is that what they do?
TikTok.
Ah,
I think.
TikTok, right. Platinum case for the sub anniversary. All right. Just now, still hoping for the infinity depth rating for the sea dweller. You can go so deep, you can resurface on the other side of the planet. Maison saying, indeed, surely something is going to special for the sub 70th anniversary. Marcus, any thoughts on something special for the 70th anniversary? Do you think that matters?
I think it's
I
going to be
mean,
precious metal. I like a
hmm,
lot of the ideas that are being thrown out. I think it's going to be something in precious metal. I don't think they're going to come out with some like unexpected colorway on the steel or on the two tone. I think it's going to be something with the precious metal. Whether they equip it with they might put a never before seen dial color on it, or they might put it in platinum. I consider that special.
Did they do
uh,
subs with the 30 dials before?
Sorry.
Did the 30 dials have come on subs before?
Yeah,
Yeah, two
yeah, they
tone.
did. Yeah, it's usually the two tone.
Okay.
Sean is drawing a line in the sand. He's saying this will never happen, Steve. He totally disagrees
I,
with what you
I,
have here.
Look,
I might
whatever
have.
I propose is definitely not going to happen. I am sold on that part. But I was pretty sure that they were never going to introduce the left-hand drive watch either. So.
So here's a hot take. I think that they're gonna discontinue the Tiffany blue color on the OP. So I think it's still, you can get it in 36 and 31.
Yeah,
I think that they might just follow last year's trend and just discontinue that color. I think that might happen. But will it happen? I don't know. But that's my prediction.
Dib, any thoughts on what the Nissan Skyline of watches would be?
Oh man, this is difficult. Now, which generation are you talking about? An
oh my
R32,
gosh.
33, 34? Uh, are you talking about a V spec? Give me some, like,
I mean,
you-
it's Godzilla, right? So you just take the Seiko Godzilla, you throw it on there, you're done.
Still DJs, but people buying platinum watches aren't worried about weight. They do it for the flex. Uh, Dib's world is fascinating.
no.
Maison says, I'd like to see them do a sub no date with a red line or maybe a red triangle on the bezel. I might actually go out of my way to get something like that, but I can't see it happening. Sean's like, you guys have it all wrong. The 70th anniversary will be a special sticker on the box and the internet will go crazy. Uh, if the
I
intern
don't know.
if the intern were a teenager, she'd be calling you Queen and Mrs. Legs bruh. True story. Okay. Meteorite sub. That's interesting, right? Um,
I think it's easier to play around with a precious metal watch. Like also you need to remember that when it comes to a steel Rolex, they still have to put it under a certain price point. It's much easier to customize a more expensive car. Again, I'm going back to cars than it is like a Honda car. Like the parameters or the requirements are much stricter. So it's easy to play around. Like do platinum, uh, do some chocolate brown dial, whatever it is, go crazy. I think that's probably what's going to happen. They might do one change, maybe to the sub line or to the Daytona line, maybe update the case. I don't think the movement needs updating. It's a rock solid movement, the 4130. So that's what I feel will happen.
Did you saying?
Maybe the last thing I would say is get rid of the two tone Explorer. Throw that away. That's
That
a
is a
Oh,
that is a
that's,
pretty trashy piece. Yeah.
that's a travesty of a watch. I mean, I either go full gold or just do steel.
Yeah.
did
But does that
didn't
sell
you?
like hotcakes in Asia?
What was that, Steve?
Does the two-tone Explorer sell like hotcakes in Asia, in China?
I don't know. I'm not the Asian whisperer. There's like few billion people out there.
They're next
Did,
door to
did
your home country, aren't they?
I mean, I'm not in tune with the Indian diaspora. Like whatever they're buying, there, I don't know.
didn't you
And
have a two-tone Explorer?
no,
Oh,
I had the 36 Explorer, but in steel. It's just, to me it just doesn't make sense. It's
Yeah.
11,750 retail. But why not get a two tone date just a 36 mil? I mean, that's a better watch. Fluted bezel, Jubilee bracelet. I don't know. That's just me.
I'll just say that remind everyone that the Two Tone Explorer was my worst release of last year.
yeah, it was. That's right. Uh, Kevin, has the Yamasha 2 line already been discontinued? You don't see them being shipped out anymore, anywhere. Um, is it Timex
That
Indigo the Dodge Caravan of watches?
the Yachtmaster 2 going away would not be a sad day.
Wilson saying they need to do a honeyball brown color dial. Uh, Thomas saying I think we'll definitely see a Daytona expanded to 41 millimeters. Guys, what do you think about that?
A men's
Can't get them
Daytona?
anyway, so don't really care.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair point.
I'm
Fair
not
point.
Wilson or Greg. Like come on, be realistic.
41 millimeter Explorer 1. Mizone and Kevin are liking that idea.
Mm,
No?
no.
Even 39 millimeters would be nice. Something bigger than the 36.
But they had 39 millimeter and then they discontinued that, right?
Once again, bring it back.
Okay, so let's take a look at what Monochrome has predicted. And let's see, are they out there? Have we mentioned these already? They're saying titanium roller Submariner, a Rolex Submariner for the model's 70th anniversary with full blue scheme. That's a good looking watch.
It is.
What do you think, Deb? You like it?
No, don't care for it. It's weird.
Really?
I mean, that looks like an aluminium bezel with a shiny blue dial with some red tags. It's like this is what happens when a committee comes together and starts putting in ideas, and everybody's ideas are valid because everybody's infinitely valuable, which they're not in this world anyway. So that's what I feel has happened with that watch.
That
The
looks like
steel,
Invictus take on a Rolex 70th
Wow.
anniversary.
Exactly. Thank you.
the
See?
steel and the bright loom, like the steel is really dark and the bright loom just it doesn't fit together like the actual
Hmm.
ones do. I don't know. It looks trashy.
What Rolex has the most in common with the Dodge Stratus? Deb.
Oh man, that's a shitty car. Let's throw the Yachtmaster 2 into the ring and be done with the question. Oh,
I hate that. I hate that. It's painful to look at.
That's like like that's like when you develop gangrene and just like
Oh my
pus,
goodness,
green
that's
stuff coming out. That's what that is.
yeah, I hate it.
I could see Tag Heuer coming out with this, not Rolex.
No, I mean the tech doesn't do stupid dials like this. Like their chronographs are their bread and butter, and they make. I mean, all their
Yeah,
chronographs are decent looking,
You know
good
what? I
looking,
just noticed how
subjective.
bad the red rings on the subdials are. It's just all
E-
bad.
everything looks bad about it. Everything.
Paul's Heuer O2 is a genuinely good looking chronograph. At a decent price point.
You know what? Breitling is who I probably thought of. Bright, colorful chronos.
Hmm. Oak is saying, "What a bunch of losers! Sticks and stones, Oak. Sticks
All
and
right.
stones." Why would they do a titanium sub? Reeks of squale, the intern says. Going back to the sub, looks like Rob is saying, looks like a blue Hulk. Not that that's a bad thing. Yeah, I noticed that too. Detroit Spartan. They've given it to Sanjay there.
I'm the yin to his yang, especially when it comes to the word infinitely valuable.
Thomas Verna titanium would be great, but on a bigger watch like a Sea Dweller. Not a bad thought there, Thomas. Not a bad thought. Steinhardt beat them to it on this one. I think he's talking about the titanium sub. Sorry, guys, I'm catching up. Titanium Sea Dweller or Yachtmaster 42. Poor man John Mayer says Chaz. Daytona Seasickness. That's pretty good. Uh, Kevin S. saying Tech Heuer already did this green watch. What if Rolex comes out with a square watch? Huh. That'll never happen, probably, right?
They already did
Um,
though. Like, well, that's on a
was it?
square, I guess. Rectangle.
Yeah, the Cellini, right?
Yeah.
That is like an AMC gremlin. Um, Wilson says Wolfgang once told me that a Sea Dweller is a man's watch. That's true. That's true.
Wolfie needs to take the gender class again. Get some gender training. All right, moving on.
Moving on. Okay, so this
Yeah.
was horrible, right?
This is pretty rough. It insults all my sensibilities.
Looks like they're doing a little.
That's not much better.
Yeah,
It's
I
just
think.
too safe and too boring.
Yeah,
Yawn.
Yeah.
So when I see this watch, the first thing that comes to my mind is the overseas chrono that they came out with a few weeks ago. They could have done something better, but it was such a safe choice that I'm like, oh my god, like, it looks boring. It looks boring to me.
It looks like something you think they already have out.
I think the best interpretation of this dial was the Tag Heuer Carrera O2 Watches of Switzerland limited edition. That one I
mm,
like because there's one sitting over at my local mayor's, not selling obviously because it's a tag at full list, but let's gloss over that. But that one's a genuinely good looking chrono in this dial format.
yeah. They dedicated three renders to that.
Nice. Thanks,
Um,
guys.
Oh,
okay,
Jesus.
full gold Explorer One.
Is that two-tone gold? Like, are those like pink gold down the middle or
No,
rose gold?
No, I think
I
it's
think
polished.
they brushed and then
Brushed and
polished it, which is stupid. Yeah, they
Yeah,
should just brush it all the way through.
They should just shoot it. Throw it in a fire.
I still like it better than the two tone. The two tone's brutal.
100%.
Not a high bar.
This one, you're not trying to tell a story that I'm an explorer who likes some bling. Yeah, like I like full bling, proud and loud.
Oyster Flex on steel watches. If you ask Rick, he loves that Oyster Flex. I heard him mention that recently. How the Oyster Flex is so underrated. Detroit Spartan saying Dib wouldn't be Dib if he wasn't dropping completely unprovoked verbal bombs on the purest human being on YouTube. Oof.
That's part
He's
of
trying
Dib's
to help.
shtick.
He's trying to help Sanjay grow. If Sanjay never hears these things, Sanjay would never have these moments.
Mm. Wilson's saying is why get a full gold Explorer 1 when you can get a Day-Date 36?
Same. Yeah, I'd get a 36-day date. There's no way I'd get this.
It's just ugly.
Jerry Bean saying, designer walks into Rolex boardroom. I figured it out. This is exactly what the enthusiasts have been looking for. It will drive them crazy. Beard, you're
Bored.
fired. Bored. I think he says bored. You're fired. Okay. Beard. That's not even a word. Um,
The beard fired him.
the beard fired him. I am retired. I'm a retired explorer. More grapes now. That's what that's saying. Um, Rick loves Sanjay and Dib. All good. Okay.
Absolutely. I love all the characters.
Moving forward. Oh, some more renditions. Okay, not much better there. White Tile Explorer.
I don't mind that.
I feel like they should do like a black outline to the markers. Like there's got to be more
Yeah.
black outline.
I at least put black hands and markers on mine. Come on.
Yeah.
Detroit Spartan with the full-on support of Dib. He is Team Dib. Okay. Okay. For the record, so noted, Detroit Spartan.
For the
I,
record.
I don't know. I'm too traditional to have this dial. I mean, the first thought that came into my head was which micro brand got inspired by the Rolex Explorer, which is not a shambolic TGV range master. Is it Nodus? Is it Laurier? Like let's take some inspiration from the Explorer and make a field watch, a tool
Mm,
watch for the tools
mhm.
See,
out there.
if
So
they
that's
made
what
this
I
an
feel is
Oyster
happening here.
Perpetual again, rather than the Explorer, it wouldn't be as offensive because they used to have Oyster Perpetuals in colorful dials. I think you could get a blue one with Explorer style numerals on it too.
I think for the longest period of time, Rolex hasn't really done much to the Explorer line, which is a good thing. Like look at I think the 1016 before the 14270, and then the six digits came in. It's pretty much the same watch, with some minor alterations. I'm happy with
They-
that.
Rolex also went to their back catalog on the Explorer and pooped out the Black Bay Pro.
Wilson saying that the Borealis is the inspiration for this piece.
See, exactly. The king is always right.
That's a good
Ooh,
point.
looks like the monochrome's sort of stealing my idea here, and they're going with a Milgauss on that Air King case, I believe.
Those
Uh,
double orange markers are hideous.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those are rough.
Why did they combine so many things at the same time? Again, it feels like a committee made a decision instead of one person. The Air King case, OP batons, the crystal from the Milgauss, the handset from the Milgauss. What's going on here? Too many things.
too many things for you, Dib. Um,
Yep, I'm with Dib.
okay, so a looks like a rose gold day date here.
No, it's a Tridor.
Oh,
No.
Having owned the Tritone Seamaster, I think that the shape of the bracelet lends itself to sort of a Tridor sort of look, but I don't like this look. It's the same link, and then you're just transitioning from one metal to another to another to another. Like you're jumping between metals within the same link, right? So I don't know why Maso loves this so much. This is not something I would want brought back. So I mean, this is a white gold watch. It's got a yellow gold bezel, and then the center links are that Tridor sort of jumping, transitioning
gotcha.
within the same link.
Yeah.
That's I don't see the appeal of a Tridor.
A lot going on there for sure, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
it's not really harmoniously laid out either.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is a
Yeah, at least they went bold.
And I believe that's the final prediction on monochrome. Anyway, do we really? I mean, it's it's somewhat fun to talk about, right? I
It is.
mean, everybody's going to be talking about it until they come out. And what do you think the odds that, and I'll ask the panel this and the chat, that at least there'll be one release here that will be kind of a surprise. Do you think they're going to surprise us at all, even if it's just one? Like the Sprite, left-handed Sprite, that was a surprise, right? Anything of that caliber this year?
I mean, a blind squirrel finds a nut eventually, right? So
Yeah.
that you could say the same thing for a bearded dude who wears cargo shorts into Rolex, or a immature dog trainer whose initials match mine. So yeah, they're going to be, sometimes they're going to be right by sheer dumb luck and not by any of the connections they claim to have, and they don't.
Yeah. Did any chance?
I'm more looking forward to the "I told you so" videos coming out from our YouTube fraternity. Like that they know everything. Like they are sleeping. They are. I don't have any other word for it. I already said it. So they're cavorting with Rolex officials. Like, I told you so. This is what I told you. Now I have to take credit, just like Bruce Williams did with the Panda Chrono.
Yeah.
Because obviously, he knows more than everyone.
Yeah. Steve, any thoughts? Any
I hope we do
surprises?
get something exciting, something that
Yeah.
we didn't see coming. I
Yeah.
mean, the left-hand drive Sprite did not see coming at all. I did not expect them, even if they did do a left-hand drive, to move the date window over in kind of a. And I mean, yeah, that makes sense. If you're wearing it on the wrong hand, the date window will poke out of the cuff first, because otherwise you'd have to pull all the way up to. So I mean, I can see that. It makes sense. But caught me off guard. Colorful OPs a couple years ago caught me off guard. So I think they're going to do something that nobody predicted.
Yeah.
But they'll also do a lot of boring stuff.
Yeah.
Honestly, honestly, the only thing I really want from brands, when they release a watch, put it on the case.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Apple Heroes just came in after a year.
Mm-hmm.
The Cartier that I fully paid for, to my good friend Karan, I paid in December. He doesn't know when it will come in. That came out last March. So please, brands, if anybody is out there listening to four of us, please, do something.
I'm sure Rolex will not be one of those brands that listens.
Yeah.
100%.
They're not going to listen. Last question in regards to this topic for the panel. Do you think it's more likely that they take out or remove a model from their lineup, discontinue something, or they add something?
I already gave my predictions. They're probably going to remove the Tiffany blue color from the OPs.
Okay. Any thoughts?
But they're going to add something. I mean, that is no doubt.
Yeah, but nothing leaves the current lineup, right?
Yeah, something will disappear. They
You think
usually
so?
do drop something.
Yeah, they'll prune the catalog, but I don't think it'll be anything of note.
Fair enough. Let's hit some comments before we wrap it up. Thomas, what about Rolex experimenting with new materials, carbon or ceramic? Will they ever happen, or are they too conservative for that?
They have to do titanium first. They'd have to do titanium first, and we could still be years away from that.
Similar Milgauss in a regular case would make sense if they drop the iron cage and use an anti-magnetic hairspring. Like most other brands, save having to make a special case for the MG. Economic sense. Tridor color was cool in 1996. No surprises. Dan is predicting we will be underwhelmed. Carbon and forged carbon were passe the first time they used them. In Paul's opinion, I predict the new Rolex catalog will get leaked the night before the release of Watches and Wonders again. Yeah, that spreadsheet, right? As usual, I am more excited to whatever Tudor is doing. Dib is a half glass full guy. Dude, Trace Martin really, I think he's like your number one fan, I had to say.
He's a Dib stan.
Yeah. Detroit saying they'll either do something really cool like a ceramic Coke or absolutely nothing worth buying. They'll do both. Well, anyway, guys, Marcus, really appreciate you coming on tonight. congratulations on the Chopek. I know tough topic to come into when you haven't been in a while, but I really appreciate your good sport. Dib, always appreciate your take on everything. And Steve, thanks for joining us and mocking up your Rolex Submariner prediction or wish. Um, you never know. It maybe it'll probably never happen though. It'll probably never, but maybe it will. You never know. And chat, thank you so much for participating this evening. Really, really great interaction with you guys today. And just for a little channel announcement, we're going to have a live stream on Friday and this Sunday, bringing it back. Watch Soup. So the Bobby Legs stream, Bobby Legs channel, we're going to be doing 3 streams a week. Tuesday topic night, Wednesday, Friday free for all, and Sunday Watch Soup, all at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And look forward to that new lineup and hope you guys enjoy that as well. Have a good night,
Exciting
guys.
news.
Yep,
Exciting news, guys.
exciting news.
It's more exciting than whatever we talked about today.
Yeah.
That's the most exciting news of the night.
Thanks, Marcus. Good night, guys.
Yeah, bye.
Yeah.